All right, what up? So in this video, I'm going to explain why a high ticket sales job is the best sales job in the world. And if you're doing any other sales job, you should quit immediately. Maybe not, but you should definitely highly consider getting a high ticket sales job or at least checking it out. Sales is great in general for anybody, in my opinion. Everyone I know who's come from a normal job and switched into sales, they've never gone back, right? And you don't really see a lot of people going from sales to normal jobs. Like, you don't see it going that way unless the people just suck. So everyone I know that gets into it loves it. But high ticket sales jobs are the best sales jobs that exist right now. And I'm going to talk about what makes them the best. Like, why are they the best? I've been in sales, high ticket sales space, business for a while now. But I realized that lately, most people don't really understand how this shit works, which is understandable to a degree. If you've never heard of something before, then you aren't going to understand it right away, right? So let's talk about how this space works, why these jobs are the best types of sales jobs to have. First reason is high ticket sales jobs are sales jobs for an online business, right? You're only selling for online businesses. And an online business sells a digital product or service. So that means the product is on the internet. It's not a physical product you can hold in your hand. Examples of that could be coaching programs that you see people selling all over Instagram. It could be marketing services like YouTube advertisements, Facebook advertisements agency. It could be internet courses. It could be software, right? So, and I've explained this before, but I talk to a lot of people who don't seem to understand this, so I'm just clarifying it again. So if you're like, yeah, no shit, bro, I know what it is, this will be the last time I explain it. Now, why are sales jobs for these online businesses so lucrative? Why can you make so much money? And there are multiple reasons why. First, in any sales job, there are a couple of things that are going to make you way more successful and make you way more money. And that is the business having a really good product or service that people want to buy, and then having a consistent inflow of inbound warm leads. If you're selling something expensive that people want to give you money for, and you always have these people coming and scheduling calls, it's pretty fucking difficult for you to not make good money doing that. Like, you'd have to be completely stupid to not make money in one of those roles. And any good role in the high ticket space is going to have both of those things. If their sales team is making a lot of money, the business has those two things. So most of these products cost thousands of dollars, and you make at least a few $100s on every sale. And since people want to buy these products and services, you don't have to convince them to do it. And you're constantly speaking to these people because you have so many warm leads coming in. So you're going to make these sales consistently all the time. That's not very hard to understand, right? This is very simple to understand. Next, why do people want to buy these products so much? Why do people want to hand over their money and buy these products? Because these products and services solve actual pains and problems in their life. So an example of that would be any coaching program is typically going to be based around problems that people have that they desperately want solved. So that could be making more money, improving their dating life, improving their health, helping a business make more money, etc. Things like that. People want to solve those problems, and they want to buy something that will solve it for them or will help them solve it faster. Like, people don't really desperately want to buy solar from you, right? You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you knock on the door and you're selling solar, they're like, oh, cool, it's going to save me like thousands of bucks over what, like years? Cool, I guess, right? But these things, like, people have problems and they're looking for a fucking solution. They desperately want these problems solved, so people want to buy solutions to that, and coaching programs are a solution to a lot of problems. Another example is marketing services. So businesses desperately want to make more money every month. Like, that is something they really want. That's something they lose sleep over. And they will have to run paid advertisements on social media at a certain point if they want to do that, if they want to make more money. And paid ads are hard to dial in, like very hard to dial in. And they don't want to do that shit, so they want to hire an agency to just solve that problem for them. so that their business just starts spitting out more money easily so that they don't have to deal with it. You understand what I'm saying? And most people, when it comes to sales, like the general masses of people, are familiar with regular sales jobs. Most people have probably done one shitty sales job in their life, or they know someone who has, and in that sales job, they didn't make shit, or it was hard to make sales, and they had to get their own leads, or things like this, right? So that's what they think sales is. And everyone's seen like Wolf of Wall Street, so they think that that's what sales is. But like all these things where you have to go get your own leads and it's hard to make sales, like people think that that's what sales is because most businesses suck and most businesses just hire salespeople and then hope that you will go and create all the business out of thin air and just magically start making the money appear because they don't want to do it, right? So they're like, oh, I'll just hire a salesperson. They can go find the leads, make the sales. I don't have to do anything, right? That's how they think. But since these businesses don't have their own shit in place, these salespeople cannot succeed because most businesses suck. So you can't bring on a salesperson to a shitty business and then hope that they're going to save the day. But online businesses, the good ones, which there are tons of, have these things in place that solve these problems, okay? And the biggest one of those things is going to be running social media content. So let's say you want someone to buy your product or service, whatever it is. You have to get that in front of their face first for them to buy it. People don't just wake up and start thinking about your business or product like, oh, I'm gonna go buy this today. Like they've got their life and all this shit going on. So you've got to get it in front of their face. You've got to get their attention. So when a business consistently posts content on the internet about their product or service that's solving a specific problem for a group of people, inevitably that content is going to reach the right people and you're going to get their attention. And then they are going to schedule a call and they are going to buy. That's how it works. Or they're going to start following you after seeing that content, and then they'll continue to watch your content for like a few weeks or a few months, and then they will go and schedule a call and buy. The point is, with social media, you can get their attention and keep it all the time. Social media content is just free advertising running all the time, 24/7, all the time. It is the greatest development in business since one caveman traded his woman to another caveman for a sack of tools. Like, it's that fucking innovative. It's just there forever. It's free to post. It's up there forever. People look at it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And did I say that it's free? Right? So the longer people see something, the more likely they are to buy it. So the more times they see your product or service, the more familiar they're going to get with it. And if it speaks to their problems, they're going to buy it. Now, that's just content. But people have been also doing paid advertising on social media for a long time. And online businesses do that, right? They also do paid ads. They don't just run content. But when you combine the two, you post content all the time and you run paid ads, now you're really cooking. And now the salespeople can make a lot of money. However, paid ads cost money, right? Which cuts into the profits, which cuts into your sales commission. So just having content running and social media content running and having organic leads coming in, that cuts down the business's ad costs big time. And that allows them to make more money each month. And for you, the salesperson, to make really good money. 10K plus a month selling to people who want to buy what you're selling, right? This is very easy to understand. But at the end of the day, this is still just a sales job, right? It's not, don't make it more complicated than that. You get paid on commission, you take sales calls, you walk people through a sales process, and then you close them. But I've had all kinds of sales jobs. Some of them were really great. Some of them felt like I was in the depths of hell, right? So I've been in both extremes. But even in like the better sales jobs I had, like my tech sales job where I was selling software, there were still things about it that sucked. Like I was selling something legitimate, I made really good money, but the environment and just the job itself was terrible, right? It was like a corporate environment. It had a longer sales cycle. Everyone that worked around me was a dork. Like it was just a bad environment. But in high ticket sales, it checks every box that you want it to. So you take calls with people who are warm and already want to buy. So that makes it 10 times easier. So you're not doing any lead generation or like cold calling, at least in good roles, you're not. You can make 10 to up to 20K a month and sometimes even more and beyond. And also you have freedom, you have flexibility, and also the people who run the good online businesses are generally pretty cool people, right? It's not going to be like your corporate boss. It's a totally different kind of person. And they don't really give a fuck what you do as long as you close sales. Like as long as you're doing that, you're good. You can work wherever, make the sales, stack money, and people will pretty much let you do what you want. So for me, that was huge. Like getting out of like a corporate environment, having to follow all these like stupid fucking rules and shit, like that was like a huge part of it. It wasn't even just the money. It was just like, can I just do whatever I want? Like I'm doing the main thing, the important thing, closing the sales. Like, why do I need to do all this other stuff? You know, you don't. It's dumb. But that's the society we live in. So in these roles, you just got to close the sales and you can do what you want. Now, again, I keep saying this, in good roles, which there are tons of, you're not going to be doing any cold calling. And most of the people that you speak to, they have been pre-screened and already pre-sold to some degree, so that when you do speak to them, you can be assured that you're not spending all day on the phones with morons who have no idea what you're selling, or do they even want to buy this? Do they even know what this is, right? So most of the people you speak to, since they're warm, they're already kind of familiar. They've already been kind of pre-sold on the product. They scheduled the call. They know what they're getting on the call for. And that makes a massive difference than when you're speaking to someone cold who doesn't even know who you are. So this is why I think high ticket sales jobs are the best sales jobs. Like those things I laid out are huge, like lifestyle factors, right? That will affect you like every day. And in these jobs, they check like every box for me. Or you can go back to selling cars or knocking on people's doors who want to shoot you and trying to sell things that they don't really want to buy. In this video, I talked about why high ticket sales jobs are the best sales jobs and why I think everyone should give it a try. If you're interested in getting one of these high ticket sales jobs as an appointment setter or a closer, hit the link in the description, schedule a call with me. Until next time.